In this video, we're going to talk about the pricing differences between Lovable and Bolt, how they set up their pricing, and how it impacts the apps that you can build, and how much it's going to cost you at the end of the day. I pay for both Bolt and Lovable. I am on their $20 a month plan on both platforms. So I'm going to tell you my experience building with each platform and talk about the differences between each of them. So the first big difference is Bolt, which is the pricing page I'm on right now, charges based on tokens. So it's not charged based on messages or features that they build. It's specifically charged based on tokens. While Lovable, on the other hand, charges based on messages. So you can see here on their $20 a month plan, you get 100 messages a month for $20. You can increase to 250 messages a month for $50, and then you can keep increasing as you go up if you want to scale. So, let's say you want to have 5,000 messages a month, that would be $900. So Bolt has pretty similar pricing structures, although they're giving you a little bit of a bonus here as you upgrade. So if you get the $50 a month plan, which is the same as Lovable, essentially increasing it 2.5x, which is similar here, you're getting a little bit more, 2.6x, 26 million tokens. And then you can go up to $100 a month or $200 a month. Now, they don't have the same ability to easily scale just self-serve the way that Lovable does, but I'm sure they would be happy to give you a quote if you wanted to go over 120 million tokens. Something else that Bolt allows you to do is buy a token reload. So if I click on token reload, it'll take me to this page, and basically it is a $30 non-recurring purchase, and that gets you 10 million tokens. So normally 10 million tokens is $20 a month, but you can purchase a la carte and get more if you run out, basically. There's one other thing I wanted to mention about Bolt regarding token usage. So since they charge you by tokens used, you want to be careful about what you ask it, as opposed to with Lovable, you can ask for something really complicated and that'll only count as one message. So it's kind of the difference there of Bolt is charging you a little bit more for exactly what you get, whereas with Lovable, if you ask for the right things, you can get a little bit more maybe for your money. So something to kind of think about there. Now, one thing you want to do with Bolt is go into your settings. Now, you have to be on a paid plan to get this. If you go to feature previews, there's a feature called diffs. So you can turn this on and off. What diffs does is when you ask a question, it will just edit the code file instead of actually rewriting the entire file. Now, what this does is it saves you a lot of tokens. So instead of having to rewrite the entire thing using a lot of tokens, you can just do diffs and then it will just edit it. Now, it's not perfect, so sometimes you need to turn it off and then have it rewrite the file and then go back and turn it on. But just something to note and a way that you can kind of save some tokens when you're working. Now, let me talk a little bit about my experience on the $20 plan for both Bolt and Lovable. Now, with both plans, I've been able to build functioning apps. So let me show you a few things that I've built. So here I was just trying to build a simple typing app, nothing too fancy or anything, but just kind of playing around with it. And just building this and kind of debugging and going back and forth with the design took about 3 million tokens. So it took about 30% of my monthly allowance just to build this. Now, there was kind of a lot of back and forth in terms of the design of it. It's still not exactly what I wanted it to be, but kind of a simple writing app here took about this. I've also built things like an AI-powered to-do list that would basically connect to OpenAI, categorize tasks. Doing that took about 10 million. So it took about the full monthly allowance to build a more fully functioning app like that. Now here over on Lovable, I was working on a test app that was basically a recipe app that used AI to generate the recipes. So as you can see, you can click in. I was working on kind of a way to ask the AI chef questions about it. So this has taken up about 80% of my messages for the month to build this. And it's also been a lot of debugging and going back and forth. You'll find that a lot of the work you do is debugging, testing, explaining what's wrong, and then having the AI solve it for you. So maybe I was able to get a little bit further with Lovable than with Bolt. But again, every app is a little bit different, so it's hard to say exactly. So I think at the end of the day, both Bolt and Lovable are going to get you pretty far with the $20 a month plan. If you want to start really digging in and building more and more functional apps, you're probably going to need to upgrade to the $50 a month plan for both of them. I think it's kind of personal preference whether you prefer to be on the messaging type of pricing where you're only getting charged based on message. I kind of prefer that versus the token pricing on Bolt, where I have to always worry about, is this going to cost a lot of tokens? I like with Lovable that I just have to think about the features that I want to build. So I kind of prefer Lovable, but it's personal preference. Hopefully now that you've watched this video, you understand how each of the pricing is set up and kind of understand what on a maybe high level is possible to build on the $20 a month plan in a month. And you can start thinking about what you want to build yourself. I would definitely recommend getting the $20 a month plan on one or both. I think this is the future of building apps, and you can learn a lot just by getting in there and building yourself. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more free videos like this. We have lots of other tutorials covering Bolt, Lovable, other AI tools, other no-code tools. And I think you're going to really enjoy the content that we have here. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and if you have any questions, let us know. We'll see you in the next video.